the return of a Canadian institution. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is back. Tell a friend. Sold out crowd shaking.
It's the day after St. Patrick's Day. Do you know where your pants are? Or, for that matter, your dignity? Speaking of losing things, on this day in 1965, the Pillsbury Doughboy was born. 2 years ago, he lost all his dough to Ozempic. And if you thought finding your way home last night was tough, try navigating space in 1965. It was on this day when Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov became the first human to step into the vast unknown, floating outside the Voskhod 2 for 12 glorious minutes. The Soviets claimed it was effortless, but years later, Leonov admitted his spacesuit overheated so badly he was practically drowning in his own sweat. Space, breathtaking, history-making, and apparently just as humid as Florida in July. Well, on the subject of stress, let's talk cortisol, the latest villain in the wellness world. But before you start blaming it for everything from weight gain to global instability, remember, it's not all bad. Cortisol helps fight inflammation, keeps you sharp, and kicks in during fight or flight situations. The real problem? When it overstays its welcome. The fix? Simple habits. Eat real food. Move your body. Write things down. And believe it or not, listen to classical music. It turns out a little Mozart does more for stress than doom-scrolling Twitter, or whatever it's called these days, at 3 a.m. Who knew? Well, music isn't just good for stress. It's proving to be a game changer for dementia patients. Research shows music therapy can reduce agitation, boost memory recall, and improve quality of life, not just for patients, but for caregivers too. In other words, if you know someone struggling with memory loss, playing their favorite song might just bring back more than a few good notes. And while we're on the subject of music, Lady Gaga's Mayhem has stormed to #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart, making it her 7th chart-topping album. That's a lot of #1s for someone who started by singing about disco sticks. Gaga also credits yoga for her stamina. I once told a yoga teacher I was an expert. Then he asked me to show the class an advanced pose. That put me in a very difficult position. Now, if you're looking for the real secret to longevity, it might just be hiding in your gut. Meet Maria Branius Morera, who lived to 117. Scientists found her cells behaved like those of someone 17 years younger, and her gut microbiota was basically that of a baby's. Her lifestyle, Mediterranean diet, daily yogurt, long walks, and a strong social life. So maybe the key to living longer isn't just what you eat, it's who you share the meal with. Meanwhile, researchers hunting for Alzheimer's treatments may have found an unexpected ally, an herb commonly used for hair growth. Carnosic acid found in rosemary and sage has shown promise in reversing memory loss in lab mice. One researcher said it didn't just slow down cognitive decline, it restored memory function virtually back to normal. If this works in humans, we may have just found the ultimate brain boost hiding in your spice rack. Regarding brain boosts, from a distance they might look like oversized mailboxes, but little free libraries are changing the way people access books. The nonprofit behind them just celebrated a massive milestone: 200,000 libraries worldwide. To mark the occasion, they are donating 200 book-sharing boxes to Title I schools across the U.S., complete with 40,000 books. Because reading should be free, accessible, and unlike most Wi-Fi networks, always reliable. If you are daydreaming about packing up your bags and your kids' bags for an international adventure or even a full-on move, here's a new list to consider. Money transfer service Remitly assessed 82 countries and ranked them by how family-friendly they are, focusing on factors like childcare costs, education quality, and expected years of schooling. Sri Lanka topped the list, boasting an impressive education system and incredibly low annual child care costs of around $350. This vibrant island nation offers plenty of beaches, ancient temples, national parks, and incredible wildlife, making it a pretty special place to be a kid, or an adult for that matter. Sweden came in second thanks to its high education score and moderate childcare costs, while Norway secured the third spot. Other countries that made the top 10 include New Zealand, Iceland, Germany, Finland, Denmark, Australia, and yeah, the United States. So, if you're considering a move that benefits the whole family, these countries might be worth exploring. Finally, I once knocked on a psychic's door. She yelled, "Who is it?" So I left. Today's motivation comes from Christian D. Larson, a pioneer of the New Thought movement and a master of positive thinking. He said, "Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle." Thank you for listening to the Maurologue. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hold the door open for someone today. Stay strong, stay kind, focus on the good, and keep fighting the good fight.